Michael Pittman Jr. having such a great year. How helpful has he been to you? How nice is it to have someone like that you can throw the ball to?
He's awesome, man. He's making tough catches. He's doing a lot of the dirty work for our offense. So, for him to go out and have a game like he did last week is awesome. I think we're going to continue to try to find different ways to get him the ball because he just keeps coming down with it.
Is there any kind of key to finishing games strong?
I don't know. I think you just go try to win, whatever it takes. Try to win.
Gardner, this late in the season, having a walkthrough today, this might not be as relevant for you wearing a red practice jersey all the time, but how valuable can these days be late in the season for an entire team just to stay fresh down?
Absolutely, man. It's huge, just as far as keeping your body ready. But you really have to lock in on these days and get the mental reps because, what you lose on the practice field, you really got to double down and make up for it with the walkthroughs.
Gardner, a couple weeks without Jonathan Taylor, but Zach Moss, what stands out to you about, regardless of how his role has changed, how his workload has changed week in, week out, his preparation has been the same and his production really has been the same?
Yeah, he's been super consistent. We know what we're getting with Zach. Love giving him the ball. He's been on my fantasy team all year. It's been great. So happy for me. But yeah, no, I love Zach. Excited to get him really rolling again.
One of the things about him is that contact balance that he has, also the impressiveness of his spin move. Saw that on Sunday. You threw in the spin move on one of your touchdown runs earlier in the season. Are you at all inspired by the effectiveness of Zach Moss, what he's able to do on that?
Yeah, I'm always inspired by Zach, and pretty much everything he does just as a person. He's walking around with his baby in the locker room the other day. It was really cool. He's got a lot of good stuff going on in his life in general.
Tennessee on Sunday. You guys have been great on the road this year for the most part. Give me your thoughts as you get set to take on this Titans team.
Same old. We got to trust our process. We got to get ready today with our walkthroughs, with our meetings, and just continue to improve and get better and find ways that we can improve as an offense.
Certainly personnel for Tennessee looks a little different than maybe what you guys saw back in Week 5, but what do you know, regardless of who they're suiting up, who they're putting out there every Sunday, how Mike Vrabel has his team ready to go and gets the most out of them?
Yeah, they're going to be playing hard. They're going to be strong up front. I think their backers fly around, do a good job. The back end, they move around, make plays. So it'll be a good challenge and one we're excited for.
Gardner, you mentioned locking in, when you have walkthrough as opposed to practice. Does it take a certain level of aptitude to make that work? Like, can just any team pull that off, or do you think you guys are different?
Yeah, I think you got to have there's a certain type of maturity there, responsibility and accepting, this is a really important part of our process. And I think we have guys that understand that value that time. It starts with Shane, he puts a huge emphasis on it. But I think we got the right guys to do it.
Your offensive line, give me your thoughts on them, what they've been able to do. They've kind of been on the radar, but it seems like game in and game out, they continue to step up here.
No, they've done a great job, man. They've faced some tough looks, and we've had some tough matchups these last several weeks. I think we're running the ball well, protecting well. They're communicating at a great level. We've had different guys kind of in and out of the lineup, and it's kind of stayed the same. Really, really proud of them and excited to keep going with them.
Gardner, we had the opportunity to have Shane mic'd up last Sunday, and it was kind of a rare look, an insight into him on game day, in particular on the sidelines. How do you describe that energy that you feel from him in particular?
Yeah, Shane gets fired up, man. I think everybody, feels it because it's all genuine. He doesn't hold back. He lets himself be himself, and I think that's an awesome thing from a head coach, and I think that's something everybody kind of resonates with.